Hey everybody, I am back to do a deep dive. I listened and reacted to a song last night by The Smile called Pana-Vision, and I thought it was really, really interesting. I liked it a lot. There were some really interesting parts in there. So I had mentioned that I wanted to do a deep dive at some point of this song. Well, I couldn't wait. So I woke up early this morning and decided to give this song another listen and start seeing what makes this song tick, what it's all about. So I'm going to start at the beginning of the song and start picking apart little pieces. Okay, so here we go. Let's hear this. My eyes were open wide, and now I see you. It's just so cool. So we have this kind of weird chromatic line. It's hard to tell what the tonality of it is right from the beginning. Right, so that's in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So really interesting. One of those kind of floating sounds. You're not sure where it's going to go, and that's one of the cool things about a chromatic lick like this, is you're not sure where it's going to go. And what I had mentioned in my review of the song, my reaction of the song last night, was that the song was like a puzzle, and with all these little pieces that by themselves don't make a lot of sense until you put them in the context of the song and put them all together, and then all of a sudden the picture appears. And so that's the first little piece that I'm hearing. So let me go back a little bit, and let's take it from there and see where it goes. Now I see you without your robes on, without your crown. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. So now some chords come in with that same 7 feel, and the chords are interesting. They're all major. They're all built on major thirds, so they're not diatonic. They don't follow the key exactly, but that's what makes them interesting. The same kind of sound I heard in Everything in Its Right Place. That same kind of major parallel chords moving. Really cool sound, and that would be right. So by itself, again, another puzzle piece. Doesn't make much sense. It doesn't really follow any rules of traditional harmony, but it works. It works. Just really, really interesting and clever. Let's go back a little bit and keep going. I don't want to hate you. I don't want to bear a kind of fascination that gets in my way. Okay, so we go back to the original theme. I'm going to call that piano riff number 1. And then this will be chord riff number 1. Okay, let's see where it all goes. Okay, so now that riff was transposed. There. So it's similar to the intro, except for the top part. A little bit modified, kind of outlining an F7 chord. So this is kind of an example of like developing a little theme. So if you think of the first piano riff or the first piano motif, whatever you want to call it, this is a little development of that idea. It helps the song move along, and it helps give like a sense of logic to the fact that the song is developing. And it also adds a little continuity because there's something familiar about it from before. So really cool, really cool. Let's back it up a little bit and see what we got.
Never lost, never died, unending, a beam of light, a tunnel in my mind, as it all pans wide, with a fielder on the land.
So okay, I got to stop that. I think this is the part of the song that originally caught my attention. You know, I mean, I liked everything up until that point, but this is the one that caught my attention. And again, as a musician, there was something really interesting and uncharacteristic about what he did there. Again, those parallel thirds, and then this. That's just too cool. That's just too cool. It's a suspended chord, basically you have an E flat in the bass with a D flat major chord on top of it, and it acts like a suspended chord. What's a suspended chord? It's just a chord that has other chord tones in it that provide some tension, and they want to resolve to something else. And when they don't resolve, they have this wonderful feeling of they just sound amazing. They sound interesting. They sound pretty cool. So let's keep going.
On the land, she sees everything I do. She sees everything I do. I'm without my shoes on, over broken glass.
Okay, so we're back to that first. So what's really cool about this is the original piano thing was that, and then it was kind of developed and modified into this with that cool chord, and then he comes out of it going, and it almost sounds like you're now developing again that second piano riff, but all you're really doing is going back to the first one. So just really cool. Really cool. I like it.
I'm dancing for pennies. I'm staring straight ahead.
Back to the beginning.
It's gonna break. It's like it holds me in its skin.
Right back to this. And that's kind of an A tonality there. And all the time, I should mention, the vocals are just kind of riding across the chords and kind of acting like the glue that holds all the puzzle pieces together. And it's, you know, it's one thing, you know, when you have a song in 7/4, which this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. When you have an unusual time signature, but it's in quarter notes. Your ear can grab onto it and get used to it pretty quick. Whereas there are some songs that are in 7/8, let's say, and those seem to sound jumpy. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. They so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2. It sounds like one comes in early every time, and it's you hear Tool doing a lot of stuff like that. Interesting stuff. But when it's in 4 like this, your ear can lock into the rhythm and the melody pretty fast. But the vocal part, Tom is singing this kind of melody that's floating above everything, and it's hard. When you sing a melody, a lot of times you want to gravitate towards 4/4. You'll sing a line and then you'll come in a little too soon or a little too late if it's in one of these unusual time signatures. So to get your head wrapped around lyrical phrasing in these time signatures is really difficult. And not only that, but he's singing it kind of free form, where it's not the same rhythmic idea each bar line or each phrase. So that's really hard. That's definitely really hard to do. And it doesn't sound hard, He makes it sound very natural and interesting. All right, let me back it up just a touch. Let's keep going.
If I go, it's because this happened once before, and now it's starting
Second piano riff.
as it all pans wide.
We're back to riff number 2, chord riff number 2. I just love that. That's just so interesting and so awesome.
All pans wide. Forget everything you knew. Forget everything you knew. As it all pans wide. Like a newborn child. Like a newborn child.
Okay, so we can hear the song winding down now. So you hear the arrangement getting a little more sparse, kind of telling you that there's a change coming, and in this case, it feels like the end of the song is coming up on us. So everything about this song is really cool and really interesting. It's just really fun to dissect this and take a listen to it and see what it's all about. This is a song that's just fun to play. This is a song I would love to do, with the band. Unfortunately, the kind of places I play, not 100% sure it would go over, but the band would love it. But great tune, great songwriting. The lyrics, a little talk about the lyrics. Pana-Vision. When I was a kid growing up, you'd go see a movie, and the movie company, they would boast about the movie being shot in Pana-Vision. And Pana-Vision was just a definitely wider format film. So, when you watched one of those movies, if it was a Western or something, it was just this great, long, expansive field of view for the camera. So Pana-Vision. And I can see that, the lyrics in this song seem to reflect the idea of having the wide view on things and understanding certain things about whether it's another person or a relationship. I'd have to dig a little deeper just to just focus that more. Another point I should bring up is that as a musician, I tend to listen to the music first when I hear a piece of music. That's why when I'm listening to something and I hear something interesting, I just want to go right over to the keyboard and go, okay, what is that? That's really cool. What is that going on? Again, I find that the way I listen and maybe the way the average listener, non-musician, listens is completely different. rather than just listening to the emotional impact of the song, I'm hearing the construction of the song, the chords, and getting a great kick out of the mind that put this song together. And what did they do? All of us musicians, even writers and things like that, are really just vessels. We absorb stuff from the world around us, and then we can't help but present it out in our own, with our own particular spin on it. So you hear a song like this, and you hear chords that have been used a million times, and all of a sudden they're being used in a new way. Is really kind of fascinating. So I'm thinking that the rest of the song now is just gonna keep going here and fade out. So again, pardon all the stops, but that was kind of the point of what this was all about, is kind of to pull it apart and not just a reaction. I'm going to keep going a little bit. And then we're going out to the end of the song. So I'm not going to let it play all the way through. The point here was just to listen to the main ideas. We had piano lick 1, and then we had some chords come in. Then we had piano lick number 2 come in, and then we had this cool thing. And then we went back to variations of that and kind of mixing up a little bit with that great vocal on top and the great lyrics. So, the Smile Pana-Vision. What a cool song. What an interesting way of putting together, I almost want to say disjointed musical ideas and turn it into this cohesive, cool experience. So, there we go. The Smile Pana-Vision. Hope you musos out there like this, even non-musicians out there maybe got a kick and got a little more insight into the song. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.